Hi, my name is Peter Holmes, recent graduate of the University of Texarcana in the major of film. Just a bit ago, I was asked to do a documentary on the Democratic candidate for Governor of Texarcana, Harry Peach. And I thought, Harry Peach? But he's a person just like me. I jumped on the project, and through the eyes of this documentary, you'll get the first-hand experience of knowing what Harry Peach was truly like on the inside. Before being offered the job, I had seen a few of his campaign ads on television.
Hi, I'm Harry Peach. I'm running for governor. Can you tell me something about this tree? Other than the fact it's made of wood? It's dead. And I'll tell you what killed it. Sarah McPherson killed this tree. She wants to make the coal industry stronger, thus poisoning our water supplies and killing our trees. Do you see this apple, or whatever it is? It doesn't look very good. I got that out of my pocket, sorry. This one looks more ugly. You see that? That's not very appetizing, is it? Do you want this to happen to the rest of America? I don't think so. I don't want this to happen to the rest of America. Vote for me.
And upon being offered the job, I decided to travel to Mr. Peach's hometown, Hughes, Texarcana, and ask him about his political beliefs and his thoughts on his opposing candidate, Sarah McPherson.
Oh shoot, Sarah and me? Man, we go way back. We're like this, you know, peas and carrots. But she hates puppies. That's not a joke. I mean, one time we watched Old Yeller together, right? And I cry every time at the end of that movie, man. It's a sad, sad movie. And I was crying, I look over at her, and she ain't got one damn tear coming down her face. I tell you what normal human being wouldn't cry at the end of Old Yeller?
What if she'd already seen the movie before?
Boy, you gotta prove to me she ain't seen that movie before.
Sarah McPherson, the 37-year-old soccer mom, hates puppies? I decided I'd try to get her side of the argument. Miss McPherson! Miss McPherson! Miss McPherson, please, could you tell us, just a moment of your time, could you please give us your opinion on Harry Peach?
Harry Peach is a moron. He supports logging, and logging, that's what killed my husband. So Harry Peach wants the people of Texarcana dead. Do you want that?
It seemed that any friendship between these two was over. So what exactly led you to the conclusion that you would be right for the position of Governor of Texarcana?
Well, you see, I grew up as a farm boy, right, like a lot of people around here have, and what I've come to realize that farming is a lot like politics. And you see what I mean is first you gotta soften your soil up, right? And then you're gonna go in there and till it up a little bit. And then you want to plant your seeds, make sure they're nurtured and watered nice and well, and pretty soon you're going to grow it.
And what exactly do you mean by it?
Money?
It appeared that things weren't very thought out. But Harry Peach was much more known for being a doer than a thinker.
Crap! Can you believe this? These roads are so bad. We ought to get these roads fixed because we shouldn't have to be driving on bad roads.
So what would be your first act if elected governor of Texarcana?
Well, I'd really like to push for the end of beaver fever. That played a huge role in the downfall of our logging industry here.
Beaver fever?
Yeah, it's this disease that passes from beavers to humans.
Is that a scientific term?
No, I just made that up, but I got these two friends who came into contact with the beaver, and they were sick and in bed the next day, and I do believe that that's what caused it, the beavers.
Is there any evidence that proves this exists?
Son, is there any evidence that don't?
From having worked with Harry Peach, what can you tell us about him?
Well, I've been working with him for 3 years, and I can tell you that he's a very determined man. He's, take for example, when he's very concerned about something, he loses sleep over it. So, he's a perfect man for Texarcana because he'll make everything right. Otherwise, he won't be sleeping.
That may be just the man Texarcana needs. Someone who doesn't rest until a problem is fixed. Someone who can be a role model for our students.
here I am on the University of Texarcana, and right now I believe that education is extremely important in America because we need to have our students educated. Because if you aren't educated, you're going on a slippery slope. Do you want to end up living in something like that? I know a guy who does. He doesn't like it. He didn't go to college. He did not graduate from high school. We need to educate America and quit using the National Guard. I don't know why I threw that in there, but just listen. There's a car coming.
Hey, did you read this? Some kid killed himself. Says he was depressed.
You mean depressed?
Is that what that says? That makes more sense. When I was a kid, I just go to the arcade if I got sad. I mean, all kids go to the arcade. All their parents got to do is give them some quarters because we don't want these kids killing themselves.
What if their parents don't give them any quarters?
Well, if their parents don't give them quarters, maybe they should just take them out of their purse.
But what is it that makes a small-time farm boy right to be the governor of Texarcana?
I tell you what, son, Texarcana has got to be taking big steps for change right now, and I got the boots to do it. That's why I should be governor.
Because you have big boots?
No, son, because I can take big steps. Aren't you listening to my train of thought? Man, it's a good thing McPherson don't have big boots. She'd be using them to step on all the puppies.
And just what is it that's been making him such a popular candidate? Could it be his environmental beliefs?
There's a lot of atrocities in humanity, and this is the biggest one of all. A puddle. You see that? It used to be a great lake, and it is now diminished because of the mining industry, which is supported by people like Sarah McPherson. I think that all the leaders of this industry ought to be given the death penalty, and anyone who works for them...
Peach,
can't
say that.
I can't?
No.
What the hell happened to my freedom of speech? That's another reason why you ought to vote for me. I support the First Amendment.
Could his popularity strive from his love of children, from being a father himself?
If I'm elected, I will make the environment safer for our children because nothing is more important than the lives of our children. Now check this out. Did you see that?
Something tells me that the real reason is because he's been at both ends of the spectrum, being that he was raised in a conservative manner, but manages to maintain democratic beliefs.
Yeah, I found that as such, I'm able to relate with the conservative community while still appealing majorly to my Democratic Party. Guess you could say I'm a lot like Elvis, you know. He appealed not only to the white community, but he also appealed to the African-American musical culture. And shoot, back in the day, they used to call me Peach the Pelvis, man. Even now, getting up on stage, feel like I'm taking that whole audience to Heartbreak Hotel. But you get down to it, I guess I'm just a regular old hound dog.
Yes, you see, Mr. Peach, he's always prepared. He's always got a game plan planned out before he goes out into action. See, that's why he's perfect for Texarkana. He's born to lead.
No, I want to talk to him for a minute. Don, I'm glad to see that you're supporting your local university. I'm glad to see you're not living in that shack over there.
Yeah, I don't want to go down the same road my father did.
Huh. Well, listen, son, I was wondering, what do you think about
Hey,
my
wait a second, aren't you Harry Peach?
Why, yes, I am.
How can you call yourself a family man if you've been divorced already?
Well, I'd say that your claims have invalid grounds because I support wind and solar power.
Wait, but what does that have to do with anything if you...
So just don't worry about it. Just
But
know that you
that-
can sleep in bed peacefully at night because my great-great-great-grandfather discovered the windmill.
What?
As the election drew nearer, Harry found that he would soon have to debate his opponent, and upon my informing Harry of news that would affect the outcome of the debate in Sarah's favor, Harry made a bolder act than I would have thought him capable of making. So, how do you view the mining industry's discovery of gold will affect next week's debate?
I'm sorry, they found gold?
Yeah, just a few days ago the mining industry did.
Huh. That ain't good. I'm gonna have to find a way to put that debate off. Guess that only leaves me with one option. I'm gonna have to hunt down and eradicate beaver fever.